I did it.
Perfect.
Yay!
Hey. Welcome to the show, everybody.
What's up, crypto heads?
Hey.
Hi.
We have Brian and Rochelle, the adventure team, from Ghost Hunters and Riverbend Paranormal with us tonight. Goose is running late. I don't know.
I bet he's sleeping.
He's doing his
I bet
makeup.
he fell asleep.
Yeah.
He's not feeling well, guys. So
Aw,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Right. So if you guys could just hang on 1 second before we get started. I do want to mention we had a terrible loss this week in the paranormal world. Tim Schoon, who was a huge supporter of our show and every other show in the business, passed away this week, we believe, due to complications of COVID. Tim was, I was talking to John Ward this week, and yes, we were having a few drinks because it was a rough day. And I explained to John that Tim was basically a unicorn. He was so rare. He supported everybody. He never said a bad word about anybody. He loved all of us, couldn't wait to go to MadCon. He called it his family reunion because that's what we all were to him, was his family. So this has been a very rough week in the paranormal world. And I just wanted to get that out there. You guys keep an eye out. We are going to be doing things in Tim's honor. Keep an eye out on the RU Media Network page and our page. But I did want to get that. Sorry to start the show on a bad note. But I wanted to make sure everybody saw that beautiful picture that they made and that we take a moment to acknowledge him. Goose,
awesome.
I'd like to welcome you to the show.
Oh, thank you. Sorry for being late.
I told everybody you were sleeping.
Yeah.
You know what? That was I won't say anything. That was a little bit of the issue, but just everybody who knows me personally know I've been dealing with some health issues this week. So took me a minute to get ready to get on, but I'm here. So you guys, thank you so much for starting the show. Hi, Brian, Rochelle. Hello.
Hi, man. What's up?
So yeah, you guys, if you guys notice that I'm real kind of quiet and just chilling out tonight, that's why my energy is pretty down. Found out yesterday that I have COVID, so I'm kind of dealing with some health issues. Thus far, it's just kind of like an annoying cold with a lot of fatigue. So hopefully that's the worst I get of it. But I'm here.
You don't have a fever, so
don't
that's
have a fever. So I mean, that's good. The girls and my wife got tested today, so we'll see how they're doing. But I'm sequestered and isolated in the goose cave. So it's almost serendipitous that I got all this put up last week.
Right, last week.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got a couch down here now. I can actually hang out down here and not bother anybody upstairs. So
Yeah.
that's
Get better, man.
Yeah.
thank
for
you.
having us, and thank you for coming on, even though you're feeling under the weather.
That's right.
He wasn't going to miss it.
No, I wasn't going to miss this.
And
Plus,
so-
my doctor said if I'm not tired, I need to be doing something active, even if it's just talking or getting up and like walking up and down the steps once. You got to keep yourself moving. So,
Yeah.
that's I'm here and I couldn't miss it. I love you guys.
Oh.
Here's my beautiful baby Brian. All right, sorry about that.
I have a surprise for Brian, speaking of how much we love him.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Yes, you got it. Oh, that's amazing.
This creepy ass thing. It was at the thrift store the other day, and Brian's always posting shit about those creepy ass black-eyed children.
Yes.
And those things scare the shit out of me. And I said, "You're lucky you don't live close to me, because I would have bought you this and dropped it off at your house." And he's like, "Oh my God, I love it." So I went back and got it.
Nice.
So I will get it sent to you.
He's so excited.
Yeah, I'm starting to sweat in my pants.
So my kids told me I wasn't allowed to have it in the house, so I had to move it downstairs where they couldn't see it because they
I
were
tell
like,
'em-
"Who are those creepy kids?"
Thank you so much.
Man, I wish we could live closer because we would get those blackout contacts and
Oh
come
God!
to the door.
Yeah,
Listen. I've never punched anybody in my life, but I might do it then.
that'd be fun though. Do you guys like
No.
crime?
You
Now I
ready?
know what I'm getting for Denise. I'm getting some black-eyed contacts.
Dude, that shit's scary.
Great.
We had clowns here, right? Like that was like what, 10 years ago, where the people would like walk around dressed
Yeah.
as clowns and just stand in
Oh,
people's
yeah.
backyards.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had that.
It was going
that's
on
how
a
I get
lot
ran
around
over.
Mansfield, Columbus
Yeah.
area. There were a lot, like almost every day.
My
Yeah.
son asked me if that happened when I was alive. I was like, that was like 5 years ago. It happened when you were alive too. He's like, for real? Like people are dressed up as clowns? I was like, yeah, and they killed people.
Jesus.
What? I was like, so, just saying. People look at terrible.
Isn't that funny? My kids are like, "Did you have TV when you were little? Like, was it in black and white?" I'm like, "Come on, man." But I was born in 1983, and I said that to my kids, and they said, "You were born in the 19s?" So they think I was born in the 1900s.
My God.
That's awesome.
Okay, we're taking a side thing real quick. Have you been seeing this shit where Gen Z, I'm sorry if anybody's that, I'm just going to say, you telling me that I can't do a side part anymore and I can't wear skinny jeans, otherwise
Right.
I'm old? You know what?
Right.
Piss off, okay? I want my high-waisted control top skinny jeans because I have a mom gut and that tucks it in, and I have chicken legs, so I like the skinny jeans.
What's a side?
So I have a middle part,
Yeah,
skinny part over
you
here.
just parted a little on the side,
Yeah,
really.
but apparently, if you do that now, you're old. And I was like,
right? It's like how you could spot an old person.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Also, they're bringing back all the fashion from the 90s. So I'm like, why don't we just like slow our roll? Because we
Mhm.
set you up for that success. I don't
You're
know.
welcome.
Yes.
I might not know how to do my hair and makeup, but I could do 90s hair and makeup if any of you little children need to know how to do it.
Right, I need to bring back the curtains. That'll hide my receding hairline.
Back, you know, that silver sparkly glitter?
Yeah,
Yeah. That
I
was
could do
just
that.
asking to be blinded for one of the getting in your eyeball.
Right.
All right. Talking about that. Anyway,
that was cool what you guys just did there.
Yeah.
you 3 guys
Yeah.
enjoy
We
that?
just watched you guys because we probably are wearing the same shit as we did in the 90s. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, baggy jeans and a black T-shirt. It's pretty much been my go-to since the late '80s.
I just got rid of my Adidas shell top or shell toe shoes that I got in 9th grade for gym class. So yeah,
I still have some of those.
right? They're amazing. They're comfortable, practical.
Shelly.
So you haven't stepped up to the New Balance shoes yet? Those are dad's shoes.
They all
White
white.
ones?
Don't make fun of those shoes.
You got them, don't you, Goose? You got the white ones.
I got
those
the white-
lawn mowing shoes.
I got the white Skechers, were the exact same style, just Skechers. The
Nice.
white with the navy blue bottom soles and everything. Oh yeah, man.
That's why I started wearing those.
Oh my God.
Memory
gosh.
foam soles. They're beautiful. I love them.
Yep. You mow the lawn with those, don't you? Or go to church with them.
They're versatile. They're for everything.
They absolutely are.
Wearing them at my
I'm
nephew's
sorry.
wedding.
Did you guys want to talk
suit.
paranormal on the show? Sorry.
No,
We don't
sorry.
do that.
Whatever you want.
You know that we'll talk about whatever.
Right.
I'm on cold medicine.
I feel like we talk about 10% paranormal sometimes on this show.
That's true. We should have just called it the 10% paranormal show.
So there we go.
It's fair.
I already saw a cold cuts comment. I will eat a cold cut in Tim's honor.
That's good.
I get to pick what cold cut it is, though.
Oh gosh.
You guys.
No baloney.
Heisenberg's weird. He doesn't eat cold cuts at all.
What?
Yeah.
I don't like cold stuff. I like all my food to be warm.
like salami, ham, bologna, turkey. He doesn't eat any of it.
What about ice cream?
Okay, there's a little bit different.
Boom, she gotcha.
Yep.
Was that a voice?
Yeah.
Well, ice cream's frozen. That's wholly
your
different. That's a
house
different
haunted?
category.
You don't have your watch on?
Yeah.
It sounded like it was talking from over there, didn't it?
Yeah, where's my phone?
I don't know. The dog ringing on it?
Hold on, we're having activity at the house here.
Yeah.
The dog steal your phone?
Did the dog butt dial somebody?
I don't know. So we were talking, and then maybe I can hear myself
Say
from
something.
one of you guys.
Say
I
something.
don't know. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Can you
Did
hear
it
me?
sound like a guy or a girl?
It sounded like a girl,
So
I don't know.
Weird.
is your house haunted?
No, it's me coming from one of your guys' stuff. But it's
False alarm. False alarm.
like no, unless I brought something home. It could be. I don't know.
Solved.
It's
That's
just,
gross, John. That's gross. That's very gross.
Goose, are you doing comments?
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. I was sharing the show out. I'm failing on the one job I had tonight. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
John was talking about bologna flavored ice cream, just for me.
that's gross. Ew.
Back in the day, oyster flavored ice cream was like the popular.
That's
Like
gross
back in the
too.
early, yeah. That's what people wanted, was oyster flavored ice cream.
When?
I don't know, like maybe the 1700s or something, 1800s.
1983.
I know, right?
1983.
He said back in the day, like when he was young or something, you know.
Well, apparently, I was born in the 1900s too, so
Right? See, you were born in the 19s. Ugh.
no, I can't even wrap my head around that.
Right? Like kids who were born, there's no more.
21-year-olds were
Yeah.
born in 2000.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they can just check IDs, and as long as it says 19, they know you're over 21.
yep, it makes
That's
it a lot
so
easier.
messed up.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But
Let's
any-
talk about ghosts instead, because this
Yeah.
is depressing.
Okay.
So you guys have been doing a lot with Riverbend. Where have you guys been lately? Or has COVID messed up your travel plans?
So we've been doing some local investigations with Riverbend around within an hour's drive around from where we live in our central location. Just a bunch of different locations that some we've been to before, some we haven't, and testing out some new equipment and things like that. Just, trying to stay, what do you call it?
We were gone for a while, so
Yeah.
we went back into like hanging with the team and
Yeah.
investigations where there's not a camera crew around.
Right.
It's a lot different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What kind of new equipment have you guys been testing?
well,
Just a bunch of different things that we got these new type of motion detector REM pod things that we were testing out. We've tried the new Paralight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
well,
We don't know yet. So we took it to 5 investigations and it didn't go off ever. We were
Yeah.
okay.
until our last one. It did.
And
It
then
did
our last one, after we thought, well, maybe it's broken or it just doesn't work.
Oh.
Then it went off. So we're like, this might be the best ghost hunting equipment we have.
Right.
Best.
So we take that and we mess with that, which, I mean, it's really, hi, Satori.
Hi, Satori.
And Cody. Sorry.
We've been messing with that. It's super pretty. I know that has nothing to
Right.
do with ghost hunting, but when
That's
it
why I want it.
Hi, Jody.
Jody goes, go Paralight. Yes. So we had it go off and we were pretty excited about that because we're like, we've tried to set it off. Like we've tried to put things around it that's going to set
Right.
it off, and nothing would do it. And we're like, okay, well, maybe it doesn't work. And then the last investigation we had, we were kind of just talking amongst ourselves while we were up in a room. It was Brian and I and one of our team members, Dean, and we were discussing.
We were messing. We were
talking about the Estes method.
Mhm.
And like,
I thought we were just kind of. We were talking about a woman.
okay, we were talking about something, all right, and it went off. Like it knew who we were talking about, and we were like, "Oh shit, that just went off." And then we like repeated it, like, "Do you know so and so?" And it went off again. We were like, "Okay."
You would have thought we had caught Bigfoot, alien, and a full body apparition when that thing went off.
All three.
We're so excited.
Thought it was because Dean said, because we were in another room and it wasn't working, and he says, if you can make this thing go off, he's like, I'll go streaking, promise. So when we went to the next room and it went off, I was like, you promised them. He says, I said, you cannot break the trust of these people.
No.
Because you promised them. So we will have a video of him streaking eventually.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh.
I was trying to sell Paralight for like $200 because I couldn't get it to ever work. So I was like, I'm selling this thing. Let's try to get $200 for it.
Hey,
okay,
Matt, what's up?
Yeah, so
What's up, brother?
Oh,
What's up,
also,
Warner?
we bought our own binaural.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love that thing.
Thanks
so
to
much.
Madison Seminary. That became our favorite piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yes. Love that piece of equipment so much. So now we have one and I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I really want to try those because you can hear, like, it's directional too, right? So if a noise comes from a certain way, then you'll hear it in a certain headphone.
Yeah.
Those look amazing.
It mimics human hearing, as in directional. You can hear right, left, front, back, but also amplifies it to where it's like supersonic mom hearing.
Nice.
You can hear everything.
Our supersonic dad hearing.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's
Okay. They like
Right.
black it out.
I
right.
just wanted to be proper.
I don't hear anything.
Oh,
No.
I call it dad noise canceling.
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
Wow.
Tune
Tune
in.
it out. I tune it out. What did I say, Tone? Tone, whatever.
That, and then we're going to be getting we're looking at some other equipment that we're going to test out. The only way to know if you like something is
Right.
test it out, right?
Right.
See what works, see what doesn't work, see what triggers it, what doesn't trigger it, so you can kind of figure out if it goes off, what makes it go off.
Right.
Go from there. If you guys have any suggestions of a piece of equipment you think we should try out, let us know. And then, yeah.
What
Are
she
you
said.
guys going to heated places? Like, okay, here's why I'm asking though, because we've been having people at the seminary, even though it's like 5 degrees outside, and we don't have heat anywhere in the building. And a lot of times people are saying like, oh, it's a quiet night, or my batteries are dying quick, or whatever. And I just wonder if the equipment gets messed with when it's that cold. We don't want to work when it's that cold, so
will drain super, super fast in cold weather.
Right.
So it's not necessarily paranormal. It's just they won't stay charged or hold their charge in cold weather. That it affects them. I know that when we went to Colorado and Alaska and northern Illinois and there's snow everywhere, we would have to carry spare batteries in our pocket because we could barely get through a run without having to swap stuff out.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's paranormal. I think it was the cold weather that did it.
I knew
So I
people
wonder
used
if
to keep
maybe-
them in the refrigerator.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
To keep, I've seen people do that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The places we've been going to have been heated so far, but we're not opposed to going to places that are cold.
Yeah.
I just feel like when you test out equipment, I wonder if it makes a difference if it's cold or warm, Like maybe if you're only testing it when it's cold, maybe give it till the spring before you sell it, just to see if it like maybe it was just the cold.
We
I
did
don't know.
investigate an ice rink.
Oh,
That was cool.
Yeah. It was our first investigation that we did back with our home team. And we went into this room and we got an EVP clear as day 30 seconds in to the thing. Like, because we were doing burst session, whatever. Actually, yeah, we were doing burst session, but we were talking about doing the burst session. So when we went to play it back, 30 seconds in, someone was like, we had an EVP, and a couple of our teammates were like, we haven't got an EVP the past couple months, and you guys are in here 5 minutes and got it. And we were like, that's just luck.
We were like, all right, we'll pack it up. It's haunted. Let's go. No reason to mess around.
Yeah. What were they saying? What happens at the ice rink?
Well,
they've seen apparitions.
I'm trying to be careful with what we say.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't know.
No, because you know how people can be.
Yeah.
Say the wrong thing. Apparitions, voices. There was a massive, massive train wreck in the area.
Oh, okay.
That happened. And there's not currently really anything that states that had happened. But the research led us to believe that it did. And it did actually happen. But we're still doing the case. So.
Oh.
Gotcha.
I won't ask any more questions about it then.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Don't you hate when it's like, we want to tell you?
Yeah.
Right.
So we've had the horrible habit of having people on right before their project releases.
Right.
So it's like, great, you guys are releasing this project, but we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
So
and they're always like, I'm super excited about this, but I can't tell you what it is.
Oh,
I always try to get them to say it, but
try to do that with like the second season of Ghost Hunters when people are wanting to know when it's coming out and like where'd you go, and we're just kind of like, well, guess what? So,
yeah,
it's hard.
You check it out every Thursday night.
Yeah.
We still get questions about when's Ghost Hunters coming back and stuff, and it's like we can't answer.
Right.
Even if we wanted to, which we can't. We can't
right.
Anything. Like it's not that we're being assholes about it. It's like we sign things that we can't say anything. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We also have some stuff that we want to talk about, but we can't talk about. Brian and I are doing.
I knew she was going to.
Pay attention.
Thanks for telling us.
It'll be coming out.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like to watch you guys. You have, obviously since you knew each other before the show, you have a really good dynamic with each other, you know, so I'm excited for whatever you guys do.
Yeah. We like to have fun. That's our big, we like to have fun, but we like to help people. So the thing is you have to have fun. This started out as a hobby.
Right.
Right? You do a hobby because you enjoy it and you have fun. So as soon as it starts becoming not fun anymore, then that's a job. And then you don't want to do it as much. And then your heart's not in it. And when you investigate, your heart has to be in it because I believe that the spirits can tell if your heart's in it.
Yeah.
If it's not, like, I'm not going to mess with you because you don't actually care.
Right.
Do you think people get a little bit too serious about the field sometimes?
I think that, yes. I think that you have to have a mix of being serious because you're there to do a job.
Mm-hmm.
You're there to help somebody. And a lot of times people call you and want you to come figure it out for them. So I think that you have to have a sense of seriousness. But, man, I'm here to have a good time. I'm only on this earth for a little bit, and I want to try to have if I'm going to do something, I want to have just like my regular day job. I have fun doing that. If I'm not interested in having a good time at doing something, I don't really want to do it. Does that make sense?
Great.
Yeah. And then plus, you're going into these buildings, which is these spirits' home. And if you're just not if you're not a good person, or you're not, having a good time, or, presenting yourself as someone who's approachable, then they're not going to approach you. But, you guys go into a place, you're having a good time, you're talking about your kids, whatever, then that's when you're going to get more interaction because you're approachable now.
That's what we do. The majority of our investigations, like, we don't do this 20 question thing. where you feel like they're getting interrogated. We talk about
Whatever.
Yeah.
Ask weird questions like, do you like meatloaf? What's your favorite color? Like, questions
like
that gonna, or like we talk to each other about like our kids or what we did that day or what we make fun of each other. Like, and that's when we get interaction. It's almost like they're like, hey, pay attention to us. But also, if you think about it, when you see a group of people and there's the serious group that like they're all stoic and look like very intellectual, having a deep, in-depth conversation. And then you see the ones over here, they're laughing, cutting up. Which group do you want to go hang out with?
Right.
Exactly.
Ones that look like they like life. Well,
Right.
like, I mean, that's who I want to go flock to.
Also, how many times have you went into somebody's house and just fired off 100 questions right off the bat?
Right.
What are you doing here? How long are you doing?
Some of the best EVPs we've ever captured have been when we're not even really paying attention,
Right.
or like actually ghost hunting at the time. We're just, like you said, just sitting there in the dark, messing around with each other, goofing off, and then lo and behold, we go back and listen, and like, okay, somebody's there with us having a good time too. It wasn't us. But.
Which I've also said, like, told our team that you have to think about when a client calls you in, you have to balance it out. Obviously, you're trying to get answers for them, but most of the time when your client calls you, they're not paranormal investigators. So are they sitting around asking questions when activity's happening? No, they're watching TV. They're in the kitchen making something.
Yeah.
So maybe don't fire questions off and just behave normal, and stuff will happen, and then you can kind of see what your client's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these locations, people come in every night of the week and they ask the same questions. Yep. I know if my kids come in and ask me about Fortnite every single night, they're going to say, Fortnite to go away. Yeah. But if they come in and they start talking about something else, and then I'm looking over there like, hey, what are you guys talking about? That's the way entities operate. You know, at a certain point, they're like, they ain't even worried about us. Now I want to know what they're doing. So let's give them some interaction. Yeah. Instead of, okay, he asked if I hung myself up there in the basement again.
That's a tricky subject, but yeah, I'm going to the best day of my life, but I'm going to go discuss this with them.
As I mentioned last night and the 472 nights before that, yes, I hung myself. Like they don't want to talk about that.
But no, I've also mentioned to people when we do events and things is like, listen, don't go for the jugular when you're asking questions. You just met these people, okay? You think of them as living people. You just met them.
Yeah.
If a woman had a miscarriage and she was living, would you go like, did you have a miscarriage? No.
Right.
Ask that, because that would immediately shut her down. She's like, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
Right.
About something that's very sensitive. I'm like, let like the interaction kind of lead you. If it leads to a question like that, then okay, but be tactful on how you ask it. But like, don't be like immediately like, did you kill yourself?
Right.
Have to die. Listen, I'm not going to want to talk about that. You know.
Yeah.
We always go into a location, or her and I, our team, and we state what we're there for. You know, we're serious, right? When we walk into the place, this is what we're here to do. This is the equipment that we're going to use. This cannot harm or hurt you. We want to interact with you. We want to know your story, stuff like that. And then after we do that, we make that initial push like that. Then we'll start doing our thing and let them come to us and try to interact with us. By all means, however you want to investigate, you do it that way. That's the way we operate. Mm-hmm. If you don't, if you want to be serious on every moment, by all means, that's what works for you. You do it. Yeah. If you're having a good time and you're getting good results and you're helping somebody out, do it the way you want to.
That's how, like, if you come with us and you want us to be serious, you can keep it together for like a little bit. But occasionally a joke's gonna come out, so don't get upset about it.
Right.
Because then we're like, oh God. Like we're like in a sense when
it's not like we're totally on.
That's when we start giggling about something, they're like, uh-oh, they're mad at us.
Right.
We need to be serious. And it's like, no, stop touching me.
Right. And then you're like elbowing each other, like, stop, be serious.
So, I mean, it also depends on how your client is too, like how scared they are. I
Yeah.
think kind of. I know that changes the way I go to investigate. If my client is like our client's super scared and upset, and like they don't want to be in this home, I'm not jokey.
Right.
I can figure out what's going on because they need your help.
Right.
And that point, it's like the living needs our help more than the person that passed on.
Right.
So
That makes sense.
Okay.
I like that somebody bring a riddle book or a joke book.
George has been saying a lot of awesome things. Sorry, I talk a lot. I'm just getting
Yeah,
George,
I'm trying to put all his comments up there because he's got a lot of great suggestions.
He asked earlier about a compass.
Yes.
George,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, keep doing it, George.
Yeah.
You guys are hilarious. When I first met you, I could tell you.
Aw,
Satori.
thanks, Satori.
Stop.
You're gonna make us cry. Jeez. Trying to get it together.
We're close now.
It's like, that won't be the first time you see me cry, Satori. Won't be the last.
Yeah, and then someone said they played Ring Around the Rosie.
Yeah,
I thought that
saw
was cute too.
Yeah, George brought up earlier too that he uses a compass, which that was my first EMF detector. That was like the old school, because if there's a magnetic disturbance, that little pin is gonna start spinning around. And I learned that from watching Ghost Hunters originally back in the Jason and Grant days.
Back in the 19s.
Back in the
19s. Yeah.
I like to call those guys legends.
Yeah, back when this gray was just a little tiny spot.
No, it used to be a little strip.
Yeah,
It used to be a little strip. I remember.
Oh, I got two strips.
First gray spot I got was the night right after our Mansfield reformatory investigation, where I saw a black mass cross the room in front of me. I come home the next night, and my wife's like, "What the hell is up with your beard?" I'm like, "What?"
You said
It's like perfect.
go.
Yeah, it's like a perfect white circle in my beard. I'm like, "What the hell?" So she started calling it my scare patch, and it eventually morphed into like this line down my. But now it's all gray, so doesn't matter anymore.
It looks nice
and distinguished.
Keep it up.
I call myself the Silver Fox.
He's got a vinyl just for men beard. He's just afraid to use it.
Yeah, right. Let's get the Sharpie out and start.
Right.
See, we get off track all the time too.
Yeah,
We're like
sorry.
children.
Dye in my beard? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
They're toys.
Oh,
Captain Ray Gooseby.
I love it.
hey, Matt.
You've been scared a lot.
Yeah, a lot more than a scare patch now. Have you guys been to Ohio State Reformatory?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah,
We didn't. I went, but I didn't investigate. I just went during the day to
I've done that. Yeah,
check it out.
this is beautiful. Holy cow!
It is. It's really pretty, and yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, we were supposed. Shelly and I were supposed to do an overnight there, but that got ruined by COVID.
Man,
So
Those
hopefully,
old jails look beautiful, man. Like Old Licking County and Mansfield and then Moundsville. Like the outside of them, they used to put a lot of thought in those. Now they're just basically brick, straight up buildings. But back then, really.
Oh, they're like prefab. I mean, they're like trailers stacked on top of each other.
Right.
Only been to one prison.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I like that they made the prisons pretty, but I'm just why they changed it to making it look like a box. Because like, do we want them to be like, I live in this mansion?
right?
My wing is over here, and it's like I live in jail.
Well, I think the original thought process was, I mean, when you drive up to it for the first time, you're like, holy shit.
Right.
It's so big, and it's like a fortress.
Like a castle.
You're thinking, what the hell am I getting myself into? It's just so massive. It's intimidating. I think it's
so. It's like that's a lie. I'm so dumb. I told you earlier I don't even have $8 in my wallet.
It's it just was different times, even factories and everything were built so different. Like they, if their name is going to be on the building as the builder, then they want to make sure that it's gorgeous. Doesn't matter what the building's for. I see a lot of these urban explorers going into like these, it's an electric factory or something, from the 1920s or whatever. But you walk in and it's like gorgeous, like floor to ceiling gorgeous. They cared a lot more back then.
Character. The
Yeah.
buildings had character to them.
Yes.
It's almost like they have their own personality, and you can tell by the person who built it what they wanted the personality of the building to be.
Right. Yeah. I love it.
Good one, Chris.
I've seen a video.
That's funny.
And the poster was magically straight when he went through it.
Right.
That's cool.
I love that movie.
I didn't watch that movie until years after I had been to the. Look, I'm terrible.
I still have not seen the movie. I
I
know.
don't think it's that great.
It's on my list.
What's
of things
that?
to watch.
Not that great.
I mean,
Yeah.
long-winded son of a bitch.
It's long and boring.
It's a lot of longness.
A lot of longness.
I don't know if that's a word, but it's a Brianism, and I'll take it.
I'm gonna have to watch it. It's on my list of things to watch.
She'll never watch it.
Watch it.
What?
Tomorrow.
At the end of competition, I had to watch the Potters, and she had to watch the Star Wars.
We didn't have a competition. We made a deal. He's never seen any Harry Potters, and I have not watched Star Wars. So I said, I will watch Star Wars. For every Harry Potter you watch, I'll watch a Star Wars.
That's fair.
And he said, okay. So he's watched them, and I've watched them. We haven't gotten through. Neither one of us have. Like, okay. So the trash can guy's talking to silver gold robot dude, and they're mad about the Solo cup. And what are you talking about? I'm like,
It was like she stabbed me in the heart.
I know, man. I'm like,
trash can guy. I was like, I can't remember
I
his
didn't
name.
say
It's a
anything
lot of-
about a bunch of kids flying around. And
This is how you not Harry Potter.
I called it the Potters.
I'm going down to the Potters.
Sorry for all you Potters.
Sorry. What is this?
I don't know.
Are you the queen of
Yeah,
English?
sorry about the Potters.
Oh my goodness, completely off topic. So we were getting on a plane to go. Where were we going? We were going somewhere recently. I don't remember where we were flying, and it was outside, and you had to use the stairs to get up it.
Oh, yeah.
I just got done binge watching The Crown, so I got to the top of the stairs, and I turned around, and I was.
Nice.
She had me doing it.
And then he was like, "This is actually really fun." I was like, "I know, you feel special," but there were a lot of people looking at us like we were weird. And I was, "You obviously want to watch The Crown. This is how the Queen waves, so her wrist doesn't get."
There's like people behind you in line. Like, can you hurry up, please? We want to get on the plane.
Come back to my subjects. Hang on.
One more minute.
It would have been nice if somebody kneeled down.
Yes.
I almost did.
This
Love the
is why you
Queen,
guys are fun.
right? I think we should bring it back, guys. Like this. That's really impressive.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I remember when I was little, there was like a Miss America lady, and she said, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow. That's how you're supposed to wave. Wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow.
If I have to
That's
say
hard.
something,
I just like finger guns.
That to me yesterday. I was like, no, yeah, I still love you.
I don't know. I don't even know how to do makeup. I don't know how to wave.
we can practice all this stuff. It's fine. I mean, not the makeup because I don't know what to do either. But we can definitely get the wave down. I know that.
Oh gosh. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Community tonight. 5 people on Facebook TV. I mean,
TV.
You're welcome, buddy.
I had to count the 5.
I'm like, I was like, there's 4. Wait, no,
There's
I'm
4
sorry.
screens.
You guys are actually 2 people.
There's 4 screens.
I automatically
Excuse me.
Brian. He's only counting you guys and Rochelle. He's not counting me. That's why
Oh. I thought you were counting the screens.
That's what I would have counted, the screens.
But yeah, I knew when, you know.
Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean's the winner.
Mr. Beam is the best.
He doesn't ever really talk in any of his movies, does he?
Right? He just kind of makes noises.
Yeah, I go,
Yeah.
Like a creeper on Minecraft.
every once in a while I'll talk, but it's like, what?
Yeah.
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 That's good shit, though.
Yeah.
How could you be so entertained in a movie where the main character doesn't speak?
Because he's funny.
I've never seen the movie. I just used to watch the shows.
Yeah.
She's watched Mr. Bean, but she hasn't watched Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, that one. I thought you were going to say Star Wars.
I know I'm more
haven't seen
concerned about the Star Wars.
I'm
I am-
concerned that I've lost because I have to watch the Potters.
The Harry Potter.
The Potters.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, well,
I
then
love them both.
we'll
Sounds
call
like a
it,
movie about a farming family. The
Yeah.
Potters.
I like them
Right?
both.
we'll
Well,
call it the stars then.
the what?
You know,
Stars.
Star Wars, the stars, whatever.
I mean, I feel like you threw daggers and they stuck me. No,
I have watched all of The Mandalorian, though. Does that count as Star Wars?
I haven't watched any of that.
This is the way.
Nope, I stay with the regulars, man.
Well, I've been told by several people that I should watch The Mandalorian. Everybody says it's fantastic, but I don't know that we have. I'm lazy.
Well, there you go.
Always trying to do an explanation, and then he
Right?
gets stumped, and then the truth comes out.
Yeah.
He's
Like I
like,
had something in my head, but it doesn't roll out, so I just go with the truth.
I can't lie. Here it is.
I'm lazy.
Yeah.
And I can't stay up past usually 9 o'clock.
So what do you do for investigations then?
I have to.
I entertain him, and people are like,
And sometimes the poses are. She entertains me.
let's be honest, guys. We love to investigate, but sometimes when we investigate, it's boring as hell. Is it not
Oh yeah, for sure.
happening? And
Right.
then when you bring people on, I like to bring people who've never investigated before, but at the same time, they kind of like judge you a little bit. Like they're like, so you come and sit and talk in a dark room all by yourself without
What do you mean,
knowing
Amanda?
is something. Amanda, I agree. Like they judge a little bit. They're like, that's normal for you. I'm like, what do you do? Go to like a party on a Friday night? I go to. I actually don't like people.
Right.
To bed. So I'm gonna go hang out in the graveyard where when they talk, it's super quiet.
Right? And I could just choose not to listen.
I mean, it's basically a party, just quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah, overstimulated.
Yeah.
That stuff. Also, when people get in my bubble, like I'm like when a ghost gets in your bubble, you get a little cold. You don't feel, or like you feel like a little bit, and that you're usually like, whoa, back up.
Right.
But, like, you don't physically see what part of their body's touching you.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. Never mind. This is going real quick. Continue to change the subject. Harry Potter's awesome. Yes, Amanda, I agree.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
George. So much for the pair unity. Here we go.
There we go.
This
This
is how
could be broken out by movies.
No, it's hard to explain to your family as well, you know, when you're like well, for me it was different because I started at the seminary, so it was kind of like, oh, you're a tour guide at a historical place, you know, and now it's kind of morphed into what are you doing? You're traveling to go do what? Like it's hard, it's a hard hobby to explain to people.
Okay, well, imagine my predicament when
Oh boy.
you know, my family knows I have this hobby, okay? And they kind of like get to visualize like what they think I do. You know, like, they have their own set, what they're comfortable with, and then They're like, we're watching you. We're going to watch you on this show. And then they
Ugh.
what I actually do, and it doesn't match up with what they thought I did. So it's kind of like, huh? Well,
Yeah.
you're weird. Like,
Yeah.
no, my family's very accepting. They love it.
Are they?
Yeah, they're a lot.
That's right, Tony. Go ahead.
And Brian's family is very accepting of you.
Yeah, we
Yes.
like her.
Yeah, his family.
Yeah.
I will agree that paranormal is addicting. I brought one of my friends to an event investigation with us who'd never been investigating before. She'd never been to a paranormal. Paranormal is not really her thing. But she came with me as like she was going to help out and stuff. And she had her first paranormal experience with us, which was awesome. And now she like wants to keep coming. She's like, when's your
Nice.
one? Like, can I? I'm like, do you like this? She's like, I don't. She's like, I don't want to say I like it. Okay. She's like, but I'm kind of intrigued by it, and it was cool, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I understand a little bit more why you do it. I was like, yeah. And now that adrenaline rush and the little high you get when something big happen, you're gonna keep chasing. And guess what?
Oh yeah.
Very expensive.
Yes.
You think
Yeah.
a blinking light with a couple batteries should be like $20? No, it's $350. Have fun.
Right.
Now you've got
And by the way, you need 12 of them. You need 12 different ones. Yeah.
One's not going to do it. So
Right.
I hope you make lots of money at your real job. Sorry. And
You okay?
I'm getting hot.
I'm hot over here. I feel the heat.
Why is paranormal equipment so expensive? Can we talk about
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And we're talking about $2,000 recorders that don't even aren't even made anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
You're so warm.
I
right
am
now,
warm.
man.
I'm super hot. I got all like
It's
fired
4
up.
degrees out.
That's
She's
spicy,
like,
spicy
Spicy
pineapple.
pineapple.
Spicy pineapple.
This is spicy pineapple. That's it. Amanda, no, I don't have any Harry Potter tattoos because I just don't know what to get. Like I thought about it. I'm thinking. Okay, so this is completely off topic, and you guys probably don't care. But so I'm gonna get a half sleeve. I'm gonna get the rest of my tattoo filled in and stuff. And I was thinking about putting Easter eggs in it, like little hidden things that are hobbies or my favorite. It's gonna be flowers, but then maybe like, some type of ghost in there, maybe like some type of travel in there.
hello, Ethan.
Like, just little Easter eggs.
Cute.
So maybe I'll
I
add
thought
some
she
Harry
meant
Potter
real
in it.
Easter eggs, and I was
I
like,
did too for a second.
Oh,
like,
I was like, how are you gonna put Easter eggs in?
you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're
really
talking about now.
Easter.
Like little clues. They're not called clues. They're like
no,
Easter
they're
eggs.
clues.
Yeah.
Are
I
they
don't
called?
understand how they ever got called Easter eggs.
I
Maybe
think
because
it's
there's something
different.
inside of them. I don't know.
No, they're called Easter eggs. Like they'll put them in like games or something if they're doing like a trailer for.
Put them in
Yeah.
movies?
Yeah, they put them in movies all the time.
Yeah, at the end of every Marvel movie, there's an
Easter
Easter egg for the next one.
Yeah.
Or
I
call that a preview.
Sorry.
It's a real
Preview.
thing. Google it. It's an Easter egg. But it's not necessarily like a preview. It'll be like maybe there's a poster of Captain Marvel behind, Iron Man while he's talking. And it's like a little Easter egg to show you
Or like
that there's going to be a Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah, or like Pixar always has
Yes.
like Nemo in something else, or like
Right.
a character.
I think it's
is
called
in
a clue. I thought you were
It's
actually.
not-
It's not Blue Clues.
It's not a clue.
I think it should be called a clue
What
too.
are you trying to solve?
How
It's
come it
just
ain't
like,
Blue's Easter eggs?
I have to use the restroom
Okay.
every 5 seconds. You have to come with me.
No, I
You're
was going
good.
to
You
move
stay
over.
here.
It's so hot.
But I think they should be called clues too. I never liked the term Easter egg. I don't get it.
No,
I don't get it either, but that's what they're called.
I really thought like she was going to put a bunch of Easter eggs in it.
I like that you pretended like you were on my page when we were here together, and then all of a sudden, when I walk away, you're like, I don't get it either.
Oh, no. I don't get why they're called Easter eggs.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're
Okay,
talking about. I don't know why they picked
Help me
that
out.
name. No.
It's
No.
like, and pretend like you had no idea what I was talking about.
I like how you pretended like you were going to the bathroom and then you just shoot.
I am going to the bathroom, but my computer's loud.
Oh, no, I don't
They
understand.
call them that because they're hidden surprises. Like they're hidden around the corner. You can see a little bit of something, but you
Those
don't
are
know what it
called
is.
clues.
Why
No,
don't
it's
they call
called Easter eggs. What do you hunt for at Easter? You hunt for Easter eggs.
I hunt for
When
clues.
they're hiding behind things.
I get my Sherlock Holmes thing on and I hunt for clues.
Hey, Mike, shut up.
All right.
Oh,
I like
You
it.
told me to talk more this time.
I know, man. Go ahead. I'm about to lose my voice now anyway, so.
Yeah, so you
yeah,
shut
you
up.
don't need it anyways.
Excuse me.
You're on quarantine. You don't need a voice. It's fine.
Yeah, right.
That's right. What are you going to talk to?
Just get it
Nobody.
back before next week and you're fine.
So, now that Richelle's gone, what do you want to know?
Right? I would say tell
don't
me like embarrassing secrets, but I feel like she would tell me those before you would.
She
She's
would.
probably listening to you right now.
I brought my list.
I've been compiling a list. How long have you guys been friends? Like forever, right?
Like 5 years.
Yeah, you probably have a couple things on your list. You guys know a lot about each other.
Yes, I would say that's accurate. We yeah, there's a lot of fights too sometimes.
Yeah.
All her fault.
Of course.
She's coming back. So I cause a lot of the fights and argument. Yeah. Hey, I got an Easter egg for you.
He was just talking about how he causes all the farts.
Yeah. I said that sometimes we have little arguments and they're mostly you're causing them. No? I would say that she's not telling all the truth. I mean, I don't think we need to talk about that anymore.
Oh, you don't?
No.
When I'm here to defend
Welcome
myself.
back.
Yeah. Now that you're back, he doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
Okay, so did he tell you how we get out? Oh, Chris is going to tell me. Did he tell you how we get out of fights?
No.
We didn't even go into the fights?
Oh, you didn't go into the
No,
fights.
no need to do that.
Well, now you brought it up. So let's
Now, let's get into the fights.
How do you get out?
Okay. So, moving during the argument when they're in the mirror. Yes.
Yeah. What was that?
What
So
was that?
usually during
Stupid says what?
one of the I don't know 3 arguments that we've had. How do I get out of them? Simple. After I found out
Ricky.
after I realized that she's not gonna conform.
Conform?
I don't know why we fight.
Right?
I'm ready to jump out after that word, man.
I,
See you later.
I have to go.
Like, I think I saw this on an episode of Handmaid's Tale.
Right?
Under his eye.
Let's be honest.
caused 99.9% of the problem. She decides 100% of the time when it's over. I don't get that at all. But how do I get out of them? I hit her up with a message that says something on the lines of, so just wondering, do you like chocolate cake? Or I'll bring some kind of food in.
Oh.
And then I'll get a response that says, yes. That's it, though. Yes. And then I know that I'm almost back. I've got a little longer to wait, and then we're going to eventually talk about it. But at that moment, I get a response on the food. I'm pretty close to getting back. Being
On
tuned
speaking
herself.
terms.
Do you bring chocolate cake to her?
Well, I
No.
never bring the food. I can't.
'Cause I would admit, that's what I would be
Oh,
like.
yeah. See,
There better be some chocolate cake coming.
He doesn't bring the food that he's asking me about.
No.
He just wants to know.
It's just a way to. I'm never going to bring the food.
One time he was asking me, he's like, how do you feel about coffee cake? I said, fine, you won't like it. And he was like, oh, okay. Because I thought, like, the first time he asked me, it was like, how do you feel about coffee cake?
Yeah.
And I thought he was just asking me in general because typically I tell him, like, when we go to restaurants and stuff, because he's picky, Like, he doesn't know what a lot of food is. So when they're like, like say they list off sides, he starts to panic and like looks at me like, I don't know what any of these words mean. And I'm like, you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this. You like that. And he's like, okay. So I thought that he was just asking me like, coffee cake, how you feel about it? Like, well, I like it. So like, I'm responding, but he apparently thought that worked. And it does, unfortunately, because I am a sucker for food. Damn it.
That's how I do.
Ryan, if you say mango, you're back in with me.
Is that an orange?
Kind
Will
of.
he like it? Will he like it, Rochelle?
Mango's delicious.
You're motivated.
Satori
All right.
I hope I never make you upset, but seriously, Satori, do you like chocolate cake?
How do you feel about crumb cake? Yes, crumb cake is the thing.
That's funny.
I was gonna say, what the hell is crumb cake?
Oh, goodness.
Never mind.
I feel like we should get on topic. Oh.
Actually, we're getting right on topic. We
Okay.
normally
Yeah,
talk
this is-
about food every episode.
Second hour, it always comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good that we're
We
staying on topic with this.
We did have a real question.
Okay.
Ricky.
A real one.
Here we go.
Hey. Oh, it's
Ricky.
Ricky. It's not a real question. He's part of RP Indiana. Hey, Ricky.
How
Love you to
excited
death.
are y'all for
Y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Asperger?
Asperger.
Hospital.
Osfric.
What's the
How
art?
excited? Look, I'm excited. Richie's excited. I'm excited about any investigation I get to go on. You know why? Because I get to do what I love doing with the people that I love the most. Besides,
Oh my goodness.
I wish my wife and kids would come do it too, but they don't.
Does your wife ever go on investigations?
Huh?
Has she ever been on an investigation?
My wife's went one time, and I'll give you how that went. I'm into it. I'm excited. Like, she's out there. She's down in this dark room with me, and she gets to see what I'm doing, right? And we're asking questions, and nothing is going on.
No.
All of a sudden, you hear these, like, rocks being thrown, and I am living, man. You're about to see what's up. You're about to see what I do. Super excited. Everybody's getting excited. Whoa! Here it comes. She grabs some guy. What am I doing?
You using me as like your arm.
Oh.
Like he's got his hand rested on my knee, like I'm like part of the chair.
Anyway, sorry. My wife takes me aside and she says, I don't know how to break this to you. I was like, break it to me. You hear what's going on. This is where you're jumping in. This is where you're going to be a part. I love it. So I had some rocks stuck in my flip-flops.
Oh no.
I kind of, shoot them away. I don't want to bring everybody down. And I was like, go upstairs. She spent like, she's like, okay, I'm going to go upstairs. She's like, getting a book upstairs. Because I'm like, there's nothing here. So she did go one time. And now, like, every now and then I'll ask her, like, so you want to? Absolutely not. She is not to it at all. Like, if I show her something, I'm like, look at this full-bodied apparition that I caught on camera. She looks at it and goes, that's a great thing. You sure? I don't really know what that is. And then I don't have nobody to to. So I just look at it and then it's not even good to me then when I throw it out. Like,
She doesn't do that now. She goes, go show herself.
yeah, she does do that. She's like, Rochelle's gonna love this.
Make it stop.
I'm like, but I want you to love it, and she's not gonna do that. So
It's
whatever.
fine. It's not for everybody.
No, it's not.
She does support me, and
Right.
she is super impressed that I've been able to continue doing what I like to do for as long as I have, and she's very grateful for Rochelle. I did know her name.
I know. This girl over here.
Very grateful for her because, like, when it's time to go do like adult things, she adults for me.
It's so funny because, like, at the airport when we're going on our trips and stuff, and like, it's like we share custody of him. Like, we're at the airport, my husband's hugging me, my children are hugging me, we're going to miss you. Michelle drives by and like kicks him out and yells, "It's your turn!" No. At one point, I was keeping. So when we're on location, wherever, they give us money for the week to buy food and things. And one of our guys that works with us ended up just giving me the money for both of us because I kept his money. He lost his wallet multiple times. And Michelle was like, just give Rochelle your money to hold on to. So it got to the point where, like, I'd sign off for my money and I'd sign for Brian's money, and he'd just hand all of the cash to me because everyone knew that I was keeping track of the money. And at the end of the week, we'd split what we had, like, and I take this. But yeah, and
I'd have to go knock on her room door and like, can I have $20? And she would go, for what?
Okay, but did I not respond to how Michelle would respond to you?
Yes, but I'm saying,
like, I want to get a Milky Way. I'm like, really? It's kind of late. Thank you, need that. Like,
I just saw a Star Wars action figure and I need it.
I was like, I don't think that we have any room in our suitcase to put that, do we?
I was like, I'll make room. I'll get rid of my clothes.
He's like, cool. I was like, let me ask Michelle if it's okay. He's like, don't ask Michelle.
Does she send you on investigations with a note pinned to you?
Right? That's what I was picturing.
Like $20, and they're like, this is for his lunch.
I
You still have to clip your mittens on your winter jacket so you don't lose them.
all I do is carry shit, like suitcases and things. Like, I'll carry those, and like, I don't do all the others. I don't read.
No, he'll be like, they sent an email. What does it say? And I'll be like, okay. He's like, I need to sign this contract, but I don't know how. I'm like, send it to me. I sign it for him. Then I send it to the people. I'm like, there we go. Thank you.
Oh, goodness.
So,
What would you do without her?
it's not really funny. I feel bad.
I actually think it's
I don't feel bad.
very funny.
Makes things today, for instance, somebody asked for
a link. It was in a group message. Ray asked for the link for our Old South Pittsburgh hospital event. And it was early, and I was just waking up, like, to get the kids ready for school and stuff. And Brian says, okay, I'll get it for you momentarily.
Knowing full
That you weren't going to get it.
He knew he wasn't going to get it, okay? And so I just automatically sent him the link, and Brian says, look how fast
See
I
how
am.
fast I was?
I was like, you're so fast, Brian. I was the one who did it. Ernie.
Thank you, Ernie.
You do not. I feel bad for you. Ernie, no. You don't feel bad for Brian.
Yeah,
Brian's got it good.
You know what else is a hard thing for me? Like, answering people's, like, talking on the phone, man.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yeah. Does Rochelle do that for you too?
With her calling, so like I'll answer hers 8% of the time.
He answers mine pretty good because I will continue to call because he's messaging me and I don't want to type it, so I'm just gonna call him and he won't pick up. And I'm like, I look and he's on active on Messenger. And I'm like, you literally are staring at me calling.
Right.
Watching it, and you're not going to pick up. So I'll continue to call until he does it. And then, like, I'll FaceTime, I'll Messenger call, I'll Messenger FaceTime. time. I will not be ignored.
Finally, I have to answer it. Like, are you dying?
He eventually answered. If he doesn't, I occasionally will message Michelle, his wife, and like, what's up with your boy?
Right?
I'm trying to get a hold of him. I have a question to ask. And then he gets in trouble. And then he calls me right back. He's like, why you got to call Michelle? I said, I don't answer the phone. Why you just stare at it and let it ring?
Yeah.
Right.
She'll call Michelle, get me in trouble by both of them. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a predicament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then, like, Michelle will be like, so Michelle says you're not answering, so why don't we call her? Okay.
Like, every time we get in a fight, Michelle asks him,
What did I do?
What'd you do? And like when Michelle and him get in a little disagreement, I ask him, what'd you do? Like, why does it always have to be my fault? Can't you guys ever do something? I was like, most likely no.
No.
That's not the case. Like, most likely you did something. Because most of the time we're pretty easygoing for the most part.
Yeah.
He clearly agrees wholeheartedly.
Yeah, do you like cake?
Yeah. No. I hate cake.
I can adult if I have to.
I don't believe you.
Hey, thanks, Troy.
Thanks.
So much.
Thanks.
This is the part where we
So-
just read comments.
Yeah, Ernie, you must love me too then. I'm just saying.
I really like Troy.
I do too, Troy. Thank you, Troy. You're awesome.
Oh gosh.
Hey!
I love that you're reading it in the voice that you think is happening. This is bad. Hey.
Hey.
Both of you. Like,
Ah, girl. I will let you guys know that every
Are you sweating?
message and comment on my stuff, I read in a different voice.
Do you?
I don't know why. Like, if I know your voice, I read it in your voice. But if I
Right.
don't know your voice, I read it in a voice I think that you have. And I'm just like, why do I do that? I'm like, I like to. I don't know.
I don't read them.
He doesn't.
I have to ask her what they said.
Like,
I told my wife the other night that whenever I read a George W. Bush quote, I read it in his voice, but in Will Ferrell's.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
strategery.
Strategic.
That's good.
Axis of evil.
we should do.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Aw.
Oh, oh.
You miss investigating with us.
Oh.
Shelby.
Oh. Yeah.
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 Shelby.
Come investigate with us.
We just said that.
What do you guys got coming up?
Yeah.
Um,
That you can tell us about.
Like where people can investigate with you guys?
So we have Malvern Manor in Iowa on March 13th. We'll be there with Mustafa, so you can come investigate that with us. Malvern's awesome. We had some incredible experiences when we were there. It was active. So we're excited about that one. And then in April, we're going to Old South Pittsburgh Hospital.
Nice.
And that is April 10th. We'll be there. We're going to be at Rosemount the April 9th. They're both in Tennessee. So,
Oh wow. That's
man,
gonna be
this
a
is
busy
exciting.
All right.
That's going to be Tuesday.
When it warms
And
up
then-
in March-tober, we'll go Bigfoot.
March, October.
I do want to do that next. Chelsea and I were just talking about that last night. Have you guys ever been Bigfoot hunting?
No,
well, I
well,
felt
kind of.
what?
Like not on purpose. He's like not on purpose.
Well, like we went.
I don't know if this was me.
You were there. You're the one smacking the tree.
Oh,
You were there. You were doing the call. The call.
Shut up, tree.
Like a ride and just watching. He was hitting the tree and doing something weird, and he's like, "Listen!" And I was like, "I don't hear
Thanks for
anything."
embarrassing the shit out of me.
He's like, "But hang on."
That's what I do. I go out and hit trees and make calls. Ask Brian about St. Augustine. Yeah, I know. The St. Augustine, I might have ran into Biggie. Me and Bigfoot are like that, Biggie.
Biggie.
Like he's got a nickname, Biggie.
With the Potters.
But you guys have that kind of relationship already.
Yeah, I know Biggie from way back.
Biggie. Why would I do that?
I want to say Biggie Smalls.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. Raise your hands in there, yeah.
I can't believe I did that. Like, yeah, I might have ran into Biggie.
Anyway, continue.
Oh yeah, St. Augustine. I can't tell you what me and Brandon and we ran into something that was big that we couldn't see on the thermal cam. It was. I actually thought it was King Kong coming through the woods
Yeah.
because it was so loud. The trees were bending over. Sorry. Sorry. The trees were bending over. You could hear it coming, and we couldn't find anything. It was all around us, and I don't know, man. It was something weird, and people thought it might have been the old Biggie.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Old Biggie.
I'm definitely going to call him that from now on, though.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna think about right now.
Oh,
Every
people-
time.
I just ruined that for people.
No, you just made it better.
Yeah.
Biggie.
I don't know if you guys watched our lives.
When will we be back at Mineral Springs?
I don't know. We've got a lot of stuff coming. Our calendar is really full right now. So I don't know when we'll be back when we'll be back to Mineral Springs to investigate. It'll be
sometime this
probably.
year, though. Maybe.
Hopefully.
It's our home, so.
Yes, Tim, thank you. For those who don't know,
Be careful.
Brian
Be
is
careful.
always
Be
hitting
careful.
me.
He's very animated. You can't sit too close.
Actually, I need to be super close, so then like it clears me.
Right.
You know, because when I sit like a normal person, not like nut to butt, he smacks me in the face.
I got you in the face.
You hit me right here.
Well, that was the trees.
Good. I felt it was a win.
This weekend with it was so fun. That blast at the USS. Oh, there's only 2 S's. North Carolina. Yeah, that was a great time.
That was a good time there, for sure.
At there.
At there. USS North Carolina was really fun.
Yes, very historic.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back. Ray?
Yeah. Ray, where you be?
Well, not Ray, but Ray.
A different way. Not you, Goose.
What? I'm like, what? I'm right here.
He's not, don't mess with him, man. He's thinking he's hearing voices everywhere. What?
I'm coming, Lord.
Hey.
I'm coming.
Hold on, Elizabeth. I'm coming. That was a show from the 1900s, if you guys don't know.
The 19s.
I'm turning this off because I'm going to cough my ass off right
No.
Oh, poor Goose.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
you can't.
I was patting his back.
You can't pat his back. Quit using my leg.
Your
as
leg is
a
in my
arm.
territory.
I think you guys are both in the dog's territory, if I remember
That's
correctly.
The dog's here.
Oh,
I have not
Says the dog's still pissed.
so much that my hand is hot.
nice.
Probably why you're hot. Because the dog is like a furnace.
It is. Is he alive? I've also been doing this a lot.
I know, and I don't understand why he's letting me do that. My dog's dead asleep over here. He's basically smacking the shit out of him because he's so heavy-handed. And he's petting him, and like he's still asleep. And then he's lifting his lip up to where his tooth is stuck out, and the dog's just laying there, like whatever you want, as long as you don't make me get off my couch.
Oh, my gosh. That's hilarious.
I'm so glad we're
The
professional.
dog has his paw over Brian.
Aw, they're snuggling.
What are the brown mountain lights? If anybody could explain that to Ray, I'm sure he doesn't know.
What?
No.
That was good, Eisenberg. Eisenberg's like, I know all about it, but Ray
let's
probably
explain it
doesn't.
to Ray.
So, you know.
That's actually got me stumped. I don't know what Papa Tony's talking about.
I actually just got it didn't come yet. Oh, maybe it did. I have an Amazon package here, but I just got the cryptid A to Z encyclopedia.
Look up
Nice.
Brown Mountain Lights.
I'm going to open this right now. I'll see
Hooray.
if it's in there.
So he knows what it is.
For me.
I know what it is, but I just don't. I don't think I can
Nice.
articulate it enough.
I'll see.
You may see that behind you.
Stop.
Sorry.
Is it these creepy kids?
It was one of those on a clown.
You know what? Okay, I'm just going to be honest. I think that I saw a black-eyed child when I was like 18. And so I think that's why it scares me so much. I'm not going to lie. Because it was standing outside of my window and I saw it, everything. I saw its clothes and everything. And I was like all the way across the house from it. It was like a, open floor plan. And I saw this kid staring in the window. And I even said to my boyfriend at the time, I said, his eyes were really dark. Like I have never seen eyes that dark before. And I never knew what black-eyed children were until Brian starts posting it on his Facebook group. And I was like, what? That's a real thing? So
I post that a lot. There's a lot of, I listen to a lot of, that's your leg. I listen to a lot of different kinds of podcasts, like every day when I drive to work. And black kids, like I'm super fascinated with Dogman.
Yeah.
Like I want to go Dogman hunting. And I've asked her to go. She'll go.
Yeah.
Is it camping in the woods?
Well, I think it's like, yes, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Rochelle's going to go and just sit around the fire and have some drinks and let you bang on trees and shit. That's why she said she'll go.
Yeah. Good enough for me. The scariest thing I ever seen at Waverly Hills was,
a black
eye. Oh, see? It's scary.
Something that is, I don't know. I listen to a lot of eyewitness, like testimony, and a lot of them are very, very similar, but I don't know if it was like the first person that came up with it, then like somebody else jumped on it and was like, yeah, absolutely, dark as shit.
Yeah.
But
I'm not gonna lie, if I just saw a kid looking in my window,
I
don't even care what the color their eyes are. That's just gonna freak me out anyway.
Right.
It's always like 3:30 in the morning. Kid shows up. And they there's a pair of them, usually a pair, and they knock on the door and they want, like, my mom just dropped me off and I need to get home. Can I come in and use your phone? That type of stuff.
That's the part that's scary is that they actually talk to you and try to make their way into your house. Like I didn't go to the door when I saw him standing there. Thank God, because I would have been like, oh, sure, honey, come on in.
Listen. I'm going to tell you right now, it's 2021. Anybody asks to use your phone, bitch, everyone got cell phones nowadays. No.
This was back in the 19.
Out to you. There's a program. Guys, you stay out there.
Yeah.
Back in 1987.
Now it would be different, but this was, I was 18, so I was maybe 2000. I don't know.
I feel like throwing quarters out the door.
But I feel like a lot of times
you have to hello.
I feel like spirits know that I'm a mom of 3 boys, and I feel like they take advantage of that sometimes. Like there's like a beacon, like, ooh, she'll try to take care of you, she'll try to help you, And
how did you feel though when you saw this? Like, how did you personally feel?
At first, okay, it was Halloween. So at first,
trick-or-treater.
No. The kid fucking disappeared in front of my eyes. And it was like
long to tell people this.
Yeah.
That's
what?
A good trick-or-treater.
Tell us about this when we were at Madison.
I don't know, because I don't like to talk about it. I actually haven't really told a lot of people about it.
Well, you're telling all of the internet.
I know. No, it was Halloween, and it was like 2 hours after trick-or-treating was over. So it wasn't a trick-or-treater, and I saw this child disappear in front of my eyes. So, but I know that if I would have went to the door and if it would have talked to me, then I would have opened the door and let the fucking kid in. That's the part that scares me. Is like how many people are having these experiences. And then what happens once you let them in the house?
That's what I was going
What
to
do they
ask. What
do?
happens when you let him in the house?
So
What do they
a
do?
lot of the stories that I've read is that you get completely sick. You violently sick,
Oh,
and to the point where you almost die.
oh my gosh.
Sick, but they don't stay long apparently. There was a story that I read that this guy let him in, and they left. He felt sick then, and then he broke down with these several diseases that they couldn't figure out what was, and he was sick for months and months after they came.
Oh my gosh.
Craziest one that I read, and I don't know if these are true, but they're interesting to read.
Yeah.
Do you have black eye
Yes,
kids?
he does.
Tiny?
Anyways, this woman and man were in their car, and they were at Makeout Mountain or something. They were hanging out, doing whatever, and they turned to look, and there was a kid standing at their window.
Oh.
And he was banging on the window, like, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. And he started running around the car, banging on their windows. And then all of a sudden he was gone. Well, then they started to try to start the car and get the hell out of there. And when they hit the lights, there was 5 of them around the car.
Dude, that just freaked me out, man. I
No.
have nightmares now.
I saw a video of this. I saw it on video. And I watched the video and I was like, no. I just think I hit them.
Right. Right.
But it was creepy. The video was creepy. They were literally terrified. Terrified.
I don't know what I would do.
Right.
Run him over.
I want to
Exactly.
no, but if a kid's banging on my car window, wanting to saying let me in, let me in, let me in. I want to think that I'm a good person.
Right.
That I'd be like, oh my God, it's a kid, let him in. But then I'm also in the back of my head, I'm like, Rochelle, you're not a good person and you really don't like kids. You'll probably be like, no, whatever you're running from, I ain't letting it get me. I don't know.
Or the neighbors.
I'm scared because I'm like, what would you do?
You don't want in here, believe me.
Yeah.
Not one in here.
No, thank you.
Right.
I don't want any.
I'll call the cops for you. They'll be here in a minute. But bye.
I don't know.
And then there's stories that if you don't let them in and it gets to a certain time that a black car with people in suits get out and the kids get into that car and then they drive off.
Like Men in Black.
Yes.
Aliens.
So they're aliens.
And we're all going to find out someday.
Right?
That's terrible. Yeah. But what I mean is the more we advance in our research and the more we continue to push forward and doing what we're doing, eventually we're going to get some sort of answer.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, though,
Totally agree.
every time we think we do, then it's 25 more questions.
I don't know that we're
That's
supposed
just
to
the way
find
it
out.
happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Someone said it's an Easter egg.
Now I'm all freaked out, man.
I know. I don't know. I mean,
Is that a window behind you?
Yes.
behind,
I keep looking.
Dude.
is that a kid in the window?
I got a window right here. I got a garage door right here. So I keep looking out at
If a head pops up here, then they can have the house.
I will
Bye.
probably tell Rochelle Adam.
if it pops up behind you, you're gonna see me just go, bye guys, or
Right.
bye guys.
Wrist.
Yep.
Elbow, elbow.
Bye guys.
Wom?
Well, it's.
Duendes?
We had the melon heads in Kirtland.
Oh, yeah. We got melon heads.
Then you get, boy.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the Black Eyed Kids, I post a lot about that kind of stuff because I find it interesting.
What's
And-
up,
What up, Brandon?
Brandon?
What's up,
And then
Brandon?
say, Brandon Elvis.
I know, right?
Do you know him?
I think I've heard of him. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, the name's familiar, definitely. No.
I post a lot about that. I post a lot about Dog Man. I post a lot about.
He doesn't like you twisting his legs
Don't
like
twist
that.
the dog's leg.
That's why he's like that.
Lately I've been doing these. I don't know, these objects that people are claiming that are cursed, and I've been listening to things on that.
Yeah.
Like today was that Dybbuk box or the box or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
Now you posted about Robert the Doll. I think was it Robert the Doll yesterday or the day before? Yeah.
Yeah, like I get on these things and I just start reading them in the morning when I'm like doing my workout, and I find them fascinating. I want to see if I think it's fascinating. I want to see if somebody else does.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, I just like to keep people doing something. You know, like you can only post so many things about. I went to this location and
Right.
Yeah.
there it was. You know? I don't know. It's fun for me.
And plus it's a good, I mean, it's a paranormal
Thanks, Brandon.
Facebook group. So it's obviously going to be people who are accepting of those kind of things. You know, you're not going to go into like your family group chat and be like, hey, what do you guys think about black-eyed children? You know,
I was trying to tell someone about werewolves the other day.
who do you have to tell about werewolves? Who doesn't know what they are?
No, I was talking about my theory on them. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
the werewolves, Dogman, Skinwalkers, like they all described very similar. And I was like, I wonder if they're the same thing, but only depending on where you were located, called something else. Like, you know how we call stuff soda, but up somewhere else they call it Worth or Coke, but it's pop or whatever. Like, you know, I was like, what if Dogman is a werewolf? And like a skinwalker, essentially, like what if it's all somewhat the same thing? But then I see a picture of a naked bear. Have you seen a picture of a naked bear?
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Like a hairless bear?
Yeah.
They are terrifying. And if you think about it and they stand up on their hind legs, it could probably resemble a werewolf dog man creature. And I'm like, so what if all these things that we're thinking are like paranormal is actually a naked bear? Are we gonna stupid? But
I saw a video of these cops were following this animal. They were claiming it was a chupacabra. All right, it was out in like New Mexico area. It ended up being like a coyote or a dog with mange. I mean, it had no hair, but I mean the way it was looking and the way that it was just focusing for somehow, like it's a bad camera first of all, so it was all out of focus and it looked like some kind of monster. I mean, the head was disproportionate from the body, but they finally caught up with it and realized it was just a dog, or coyote with mange. And there was somebody posting a picture of a hairless squirrel that had some kind of deformity and calling it the Jersey Devil. It's just...
I'm trying to find the picture of this naked bear.
I will say this, like hauntings and entities like that are my number one. That's where I'm at. But I do like looking into these other things. And like one of the podcasts I listened to today was, could the set of the Poltergeist movie have been cursed? And the things that happened since 4 cast members had died, and the things surrounding their deaths and how weird it was and how they believed that there was entities there and that were doing things. It was just interesting. I like listening to those things. And I like to get thoughts on it. It's not, I don't wake up in the morning and go, yep, I'm definitely going to go find Bigfoot.
You asked today or yesterday or something about omens. People believe in omens or believe in curses. And I think that's just something fun to like talk about, like different people's opinions on omens and things.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a regional thing too. There's a lot of areas, like Louisiana, like New Orleans, they believe in curses, right? That's like people talk about that at the dinner table. Like we talk about the weather, that's like something that's not taboo at all, but then you go somewhere else and it might be something that like, oh, we don't talk about that, so I like seeing that aspect of it, like how different people and different cultures and things feel about things.
Me too. Like, people from...
That's freaky.
So it stands up on his hind legs like a bear can.
Yeah.
Looks like a werewolf, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or like a dog, deformed dog. Because like when they say dog,
That one too.
Oh,
it's always like deformed. Like they're
Yeah.
like a deformed dog-looking creature. And it's like it's a bear naked.
Is that
Like that.
is that something that like
Not? It's fuzzy wuzzy, but he wasn't.
yeah, not
Yeah.
fuzzy.
Fuzzy.
Is that something that happens a lot in nature though? Like enough
It's a
to
lot.
Probably not, but like I mean, how many cases of the werewolves?
I'm telling you what, I listened to over 140 testimonies on Dogman, all in the same area, and all the stories were so similar. That's why I got interested in it. I was like, I want to go down there. I want to go to Michigan, where they apparently saw the first Dogman. And I want to try to go to the areas that they've seen this and just.
You actually talked to someone there.
Yeah, I've talked to people about it, and like they're.
We're planning a trip.
Yeah.
nice.
To sit there and watch this man tell his story, who was his career is living outdoors and what are they called?
They are conservation officers.
Yeah, that's what he did, and he cannot from since he was a young boy. His dad was one, his grandpa was one. Like this has been in his family. He spent 95% of his time in the wilderness. Okay.
Yeah.
To hear him break down in tears and cry because of what he saw, never going back out into the woods, to the fact that when his wife goes out to take the trash, he makes sure she's armed.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Her to make sure she's in the house. He has marks where he got attacked by the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Literally, like he was terrified to tell the story. He was in tears. He was crying.
Yeah.
Marks, won't even go outside, and that was just one. Like I said, I've read and watched over 140 different things on this. And
wow.
See, that's what happens when you mess with Bigfoot nature.
Yes.
Oh, Biggie.
Oh, Biggie, I'm sorry.
Right?
Oh yeah, Biggie. Yeah.
Biggie.
Old Biggie.
I think Ashley was asking about the 3 cryptids you'd like to go look for. I'm like none.
I do like hearing the stories, and it would be cool. You know, I know debunking is not always fun, but it would be cool to see if maybe there's bears in the area, and then to compare it, like how far does a bear normally travel, you know, and if they have a circle that's normally this big and all of the sightings are in there, and that's
there's bears up by you.
Yeah.
By who?
By you.
By you.
Oh, it's every once in a while. Yeah.
Something
but
good.
That's in Michigan.
Like in any type of investigating, you obviously want to prove, like you want to prove proof. Either way you get excited. Like I feel like if I can prove it, it's exciting because I solved something that tried to fool me.
Right.
I'm the kids say it now, big brained. Like that's my son says, like, you're big brained, Mom. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
They never say that about me.
Like, but no, it's like you figured out a problem and then you get the satisfaction of you solved it. But then you get the adrenaline and like, you know, wanting more when you can't figure it out.
Right.
So I'm a fan of debunking versus not being able to debunking. Both of them are equally fun for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like solving a mystery. So I think it's a really good idea. And you know what? When we go hunt for Dogman, you come along and we'll figure out bears and radiuses and get a map, and there'll be pins. Those little pins with the red dots, and we'll have flags, and they'll be organized. We'll get a street, and it'll be trucked out. We'll have an RV. I got it.
Yes.
It's going to be super awesome.
And sound more like Criminal Minds than cryptic hunting.
Well, with the debunking thing, if you can go into a lady's house that has a child that can't sleep in their room, and you can figure out what's going on, that isn't an entity, that isn't a haunting, and you can say that this is what it is, and that helps that little kid sleep, and she's happy, you're winning right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, that's another. I like that maybe more.
So you say, there's nothing under your bed, dear, but there is something in your closet, so watch out. And then you're like, hi, have night.
No, I mean,
No, I.
Actually, just messaged me and said they're in my house.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Messing with me, man. I was like, stop it. I'm freaked out.
I keep watching your window though.
yeah.
right?
You might want to close those blinds. I'm just saying.
But no, it does.
Most shitheads come around the back to get in, and like all you see is this little head pop up right here or something.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm in a garage. I got a bunch of tools.
Thoughts on UFO alien sightings, whatever that word is.
Correlating.
Yes, that was tough for me.
Oh, sorry.
With one another all over the world for decades.
Do you like how he just stopped reading? He's like, Rochelle will read it for me.
I'm in my head now, so I don't make silly words.
I don't understand the question.
I think that we're going to figure out that there's a lot of things that are tied together. We're just touching the surface of this field, and I think we're going to, I don't know in our lifetime if we'll ever get to those answers, but if we can continue to work towards them and make people, that are coming up in the field continue to do that, maybe we will find that. I do think there's something to UFOs and Biggie and kind of all together.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit,
Yeah.
there's got to be something out there. I just don't want it to find me.
I mean, that's fair.
He's the one ghost hunter who's afraid of everything, except ghosts, right?
You
Except
actually, like you have the two ghost hunters on your show. Not you guys, obviously. I'm talking about me and Heisenberg.
Uh-huh.
We don't watch scary movies. We don't like to be scared on investigations. We no.
I don't mind on ghost investigations as long as there's no music. That's why scary movies get me. Is that freaking
Okay.
misdirection music?
All right. So everyone makes fun of me, but when I watch scary movies, I cover my ears.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And my husband always is like, why do you cover your ears during scary movies? I said, because seeing it does not scare me. I ghost hunt. Like, that doesn't scare me. Hearing it makes me jump. I'm like, they try to scare you with the music.
Right.
And they also do that really like low frequency, or it was really the frequencies that make you uncomfortable, like they play, it's an undertone. They do it on purpose. It's all
My ringtone is scary music.
no scary music. Just in general, it's fine.
Yeah, it's when it's in the movies.
It's the big loud bang that comes.
Hello,
and stuff.
Irene. I've been to Tokyo a couple of times. I love the place.
Hi,
Hello, Irene.
All
I've
right.
never been to Tokyo, but I would like to go. Yes, I
What
had to
are you
think.
going to do?
I had to think.
If you've been to Tokyo,
No, if I wanted to go, and I was like,
You
yes,
do.
I
It's
do want to go to
fantastic.
Tokyo.
it's amazing. Anyways.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Correlated.
Yeah, and so even when we're on an investigation, Shelly makes fun of me because I'm like an over debunker. Like we'll hear a door slam in the room next door, and I'm like, oh no, that was just a car door. It was a car door outside, not inside the building. It's fine.
Mm.
She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm going with because I don't want to be scared. So I'm just gonna say that's what it was.
I have the only paranormal group here. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
So is yours, Denise. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of people that do that.
Listen, every time I go on an investigation, I'm like, why the fuck do I do this? Like, I just get scared all the time. Like, what am I doing?
Do you enjoy being scared? Which is a weird thing. I like the adrenaline rush. I've always said it doesn't make me sound like a good paranormal investigator. I know that. I can get startled with loud noises and things. It takes a lot to scare me. I do want to have an experience that scares the shit out of me where I fear for my life. I know it sounds stupid, and when I say that I want it, I'm like, why would you ask for something like that? Why?
Right.
And I'm like, just because, I don't know. Occasionally remind you what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is a
I
reminder.
was so close to going boom, just to see if but I felt like it would be in
Poor fashion.
I would have to ask her if she likes chocolate cake or something.
Right.
I just punched you.
I feel like I warrant that punch.
Right.
I never actually tried to scare any of our members because at some point in the night, I'm going to drop something or trip over something that'll scare the shit out of everybody. Unintentionally.
I don't think
It's
I have.
just
Well, no.
every investigation.
I always lay on the floor, and I'm like, if I get dragged across the floor, somebody better catch this motherfucker on camera, man, because.
I haven't tried to scare Brian on well, I've tried occasionally. There was at Waverly Hills, I actually, when we weren't investigating, was like hiding in places, just people outside of the building. But
So Brandon,
Brian, I actually scared him without even trying, and he punched me, and I'm pretty sure he bruised or broke a rib because my arm at all.
I mean,
to like change my shirt or something, it hurt so bad. I was like, "You son of a bitch!" Like that.
I'm a jarhead.
He's hit me so many
Like
times.
you get in my personal area, or you make a move that I'm not familiar with, or you scare me, or try to.
Jody says, "Remember when Dominic scared you? You come under the table."
Yes.
Okay. So we're at an event
This
investigating.
is a little kid, man.
Dominic is one of the guys. He's a kid that comes and investigates with us. He's super awesome, and
We love him to death.
We love him to death. But this is something you should know about events that we do. We will pick at least one person out of our event to pick on, and it's because It's because we love you. We like all of the people, but there's one person that we just feel like we want to give you shit because it's just fun. And Dominic was one. We decided to pick on a child. We're bullies, whatever. So he's got some equipment, and Dominic crawls under a table and scares Brian, and Brian tries to throw me at him and then said, "Listen, you creepy son of a bitch, like you scared yourself."
Oh shit.
So like it was hilarious. We're like, listen, don't be when we're investigating a haunted location, don't be crawling under tables.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how you get kicked for sure.
Yeah.
kind of look over and like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I love that you threw Richelle as a sacrifice.
I feel like
He does.
whoever's in that area just happened to be Rochelle at that point. I'm gonna, I just try to take her so I can get up. Like I was sitting down. I want to be able to get up, so for now.
Oh, jeez.
But it was funny though, because we were
It
like,
wasn't
stop
funny.
doing that.
There's nothing funny about that, Dominic.
You creepy son of a bitch.
No, I'm like, why don't we just stop? We want to get cussing out kids. Like, luckily, Jody, his mom is like cool, and she
Right. If there's a kid on a ghost hunt, they're obviously cool kids. You know, their parents are cool. It's fine.
Running around the building and looking for things, me and Dominic. So
No, he says, Brian was like, Dominic thought he saw something, and Brian's like, here, well, let's go. We're going to go investigate. And he's like, it's cold. And I said, are you a ghost? I said, are you a paranormal investigator or not, Dominic? I said, get going. He was like, okay.
we're running around the building together. It was
Like,
fun.
this is the nature of the beast. Sometimes you're going to be cold. Sometimes you're going to be sweating your ass off. Sometimes you're going to have to chase after things. Not me. I don't chase after things. Brian chases after things. And I
Right? You're like, go get it.
it was that way. And I stay here because,
Just abused.
you know, the person who goes to look and
Dominic was laughing and having a good time. I want to say that.
yes,
And
Oh,
we're
I'm
not
sure.
bullying the little kid. We were not.
we weren't
him.
bullying him.
No,
Right.
we
How
were.
old was he?
Jody,
Like
how old is Dominic? Is he like 10, 11,
42.
14? I don't know. How old is he?
He's an amazing kid. And
Yeah, I'm going on
he
18.
to several of the little event things and investigated, and like he wants to learn, and it's awesome. He likes to
He's
use
14.
the-
He's
14?
14. Well, I said 10, 11, then I said 14 because I was like, I'm pretty sure that they had told me 14.
I was going to say 8.
You don't know the size of children.
8?
Like I was gonna say 10 or 11, but
He'll be
15 in
in
October. Okay, so
I
my
don't feel bad now.
my 10 and 11-year-old, my 11-year-old is 4 inches shorter than me and like 10 pounds lighter than me.
Wow.
So my whole like size is kind of thrown off because I'm like, I don't know. But then my 5-year-old just broke 40 pounds the other day.
Oh,
And he like comes up to like hip level. So I'm like, he's a tiny thing, and then my 11-year-old's not.
right.
So I'm like, I have no idea what size children are anymore.
Let me say this: fastest 2 hours.
Right? I know.
I know, right?
It was super fast.
Why don't you guys have us off?
Yeah.
Then? You like it?
Yeah, we didn't say it under your breath.
I said it under my breath too. I was like, "Why don't you guys ask us back?"
We will.
Like, so, same time next week.
Right? Seriously, anytime. Come back.
Yep, anytime.
Well, we'll see.
I hope people liked it. I hope they enjoyed.
Hell yeah, I think so. We had a great audience tonight.
I don't give a shit if they liked it. I had a good time.
Yep, that's all that matters.
Pretty much. But we say our tens of fans stick with us regardless.
Yep, our 10 fans.
We talked
Our
about
tens.
a variety of things.
Yeah,
Not everything had to do with paranormal. We got into some paranormal stuff.
right.
Yeah.
That's the way I like it.
Exactly.
Spice it up.
It's we like to think that it's more like just friends hanging out on the back porch talking instead of like
With kids.
With the black
Yeah.
guy.
yeah. Gosh, you got to bring those up. It's almost bedtime. Now I'm going to have to watch Beauty and the Beast to get that out of my head. And
Ashley's going to light a dream candle for me. A good dream candle.
nice.
Hey guys,
That's what.
I want. Oh, I was going to be serious.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I want you to know.
You forgot how to be serious?
No, I was going to say we do appreciate it. I'm speaking for the both of us.
Yes.
We do appreciate you guys having us come back on.
Of
Yeah, no
course.
problem, man. It was a
Having
blast.
us come on this time. And if you have us back, if you choose, no pressure. If you have us back on again, we will appreciate that as well.
Okay.
You will have us back on.
Yes.
These are not
Jedi mind trick.
Guaranteed.
Hey guys, let's talk about having them back on after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
These are not the droids we're looking for.
Yes.
Did you hear me?
Well,
I
Yeah.
did it.
Thank you, Tim.
Right?
Yes.
No.
These are not the droids we're looking for.
it's a Potter's thing. You wouldn't understand.
No, but that thing.
You're not a pothead, so you don't get it.
Hey,
Levios.
Goose, I need you to get better, man.
Yes.
What?
We need you to get better.
Yeah.
Accio Budweiser.
I don't think that cures
Oh,
COVID.
the Potter thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
But when you guys are allowed to talk about your projects, you should come
Yes.
back.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Only come back when we can talk about the projects.
It's a date.
So you tell us when you can come back, and we'll schedule it.
We'll make it happen. Or Ray will make it happen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have to give you guys a couple minutes to talk about anything, any events you have coming up that you want to plug.
We already talked about them.
Okay.
Mountain Manor, March 13th. Show up. It's going to be fun. Rosemount is in Gallatin, Tennessee. That's April 9th. And then April 10th will be at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. All 3 of those events will be with Mustafa. So come hang out with us and Mustafa. It'll be a good time.
But you have to buy tickets. So how do people do that?
Okay, you have to buy tickets.
He's like, just show up. It's fine.
Do you think if you showed up and I'd be like, no?
You notice how I get thrown out one date?
He doesn't know the dates.
I don't know the dates.
Like, so we do have tickets for sale. Some are still available for each location. They are selling out though. You can find those links to either event
On our social
on
media
our social
pages.
media. So mine's at Stratton Rochelle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Brian's is at Brian_Murray GH.
GH.
You should have made him say it.
Handle, so I have to.
I don't understand. That stuff's all.
Or you know what? If you're interested in an event and you don't want to scroll through the social media to find it, message one of us and we will gladly send you the link to get tickets.
Just message Rochelle because he's just going to get the link from her.
Send you the link to get tickets.
No, if you want to message me, you can. I got this link to her today.
Super quick.
To me.
I did too.
Awesome.
Look for
What
the
is
show.
going on with your hair in that picture? What the hell's going on?
We need to see it.
Show the picture.
I don't know how to do it.
What the hell? You're part of the trees. Why is it like you?
That hairstyle was popular in the 19s.
Yep.
It was so wavy.
Those bangs that would stick up, the guys that have that like super high. Yeah.
Can
Looks like the vanilla ice.
We're gonna cross Brian's tips.
Nice.
I don't know.
Ice, baby.
I don't know that we are.
Yeah.
We are.
You are.
Going to. It's gonna be glorious.
Rochelle and Michelle have already decided.
Yep.
It's gonna be done.
He's gonna look really good with some frosted tips.
Do it to his beard too.
It'll match your beard.
I have been trying to talk him into dyeing his beard the same color as my hair.
Oh man. She
And-
knows how to do it now. She's been doing it.
Jody agrees we should do it.
Do it.
So, I mean, I think that we should probably take a poll or whatnot. If we get how many likes and shares? should we-
40,000.
You're on the wrong show, buddy.
We get some likes and shares up in here.
I
I
was
was
trying to go super high.
2 shares and 5 likes.
Love it.
To dye his beard.
Just 2 shares and 5 likes, guys.
Yeah, that's
Make it
all.
happen.
Cash money.
And I'm shaving tonight. Green face.
Right. She'll still dye it, so you might want to keep the hair there.
Right.
Right.
I don't know if it would actually take.
It might not. It's worth a try.
Just a little strip.
Let's not touch
Yeah, you don't know unless you try.
Yeah. Well, we got to get those 40,000 likes first. Well, do it, guys.
2 likes and 5 shares, guys.
You guys heard it here first. 40,000. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All 12 of you.
We gotta get those 40,000 likes on any. I want 40,000. If we could get 40,000 likes on anything, shit, I'll die that son bitch. That's not what I said.
He's like, I'll dye all my body hair.
No.
I'm turning my phone off. That'd be some shit like up tomorrow and it's 41,000.
There's a way to cancel likes. He'd be in there going, nope, nope.
Yeah.
If we either got that one or that one.
You won't see any Brian Murray profiles, I'll tell you that.
Oh, my
goodness.
gosh.
Maybe I can
My
get
cheeks hurt.
St. Patty's Day.
That's a good
There you
idea.
go.
I can do that.
Like, I mean, a compromise, right?
Right.
Right. You'll blend in then.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, gosh.
It'll be fine.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you
You
so
bet.
much.
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you for having us, guys. We had a good time.
Don't unfriend
Good.
us.
Yeah, don't unfriend us because we're idiots. And
You guys like fit right in. I'm like,
I know.
you
I
guys ever
love
want to take over the show for us for like a week?
it. Yeah. Right.
that's like the bachelor party, and here we are. We're like,
Yeah.
that could be fun. I don't think we would do it justice, though, to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Sweetheart.
If you can pretend like you're talking about paranormal stuff, but then switch to food or other weird topics, you've nailed it. You got it.
Yep.
So we got it. Like,
Yeah.
we're cool.
See you
Yeah.
guys.
Make sure you go to their page and like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
is
wait.
he going to wave like this?
Everyone, wave
Ridiculous.
this way. Yes.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know.
Now,
We
this
did
is
take
how you
over.
should sign off from now.
Over the show. How do you do it? What's the Potter shit? What? Do it again.
Swish and flick.
Do it again.
Swish,
It's Leviosa.
swish.
Levios Flamosus.
I'm not doing that.
Mimosa? What?
Lamosa.
Thank you.
Lamosa.
All right, guys.
You guys have a good night.
You guys have a good night too.
Bye.
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 Yeah.